What's up? I'm Wicked, and today I'd like to talk to you about the sun in astrology. Now, of course, we're all incredibly familiar with the sun. It is the brightest star in our solar system, but in astrology, it is considered the largest planet. Now, the sun is the driving force of time. It has a 1-year cycle and it doesn't retrograde. The sun is the creator. It is the center of our solar system and it rules over all 4 directions, seasons, and elements. It contains the energies of all of the zodiacs, and it changes zodiac seasons once every 21 days. In Greek mythology, Helios was the personification of the sun, and Apollo was the sun god for a little while. I really like to discuss the Greek counterparts to these planets when discussing astrology because it helps to assign a face to each of these energies. This can really help us understand them on a deeper level. Helios was known for pulling the sun across the sky with his mighty chariot, and Apollo was known as using the sun as his own chariot for a brief period of time. What these two deities have in common is a course and a purpose. As such, the sun in the chart shows of our purpose, life path, and what we take pride in. The sun represents the external and eternal individual self. The sun sign doesn't care what else is going on in the chart, it has to come through regardless. This is the part of the self that has to shine. It's the part of the soul that existed long before you came into this experience, and it will exist long after. It represents how we identify ourselves, and it's the part of the soul that comes through in our daily life. As such, the sun corresponds with the ego, and it represents our power to do and to be. In this experience, we have 2 energies of creation, the masculine and the feminine. The primary representatives of these energies are the sun and the moon. The sun is masculine, so it's outer awareness, outward energies, and active consciousness, whereas the moon is feminine, so it's inward energies, inward awareness, and receptive consciousness. These are yin and yang, day and night, inhale and exhale energies. The sun in the birth chart tells of focus, vitality, life awareness, and interests of a person. In current astrology, it tells which energies we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis as the sun shifts through the zodiacs while the wheel of the year turns. Once again, the sun changes these zodiac placements about once a month, on or around the 21st, so these energies are changing pretty rapidly. The sun is in its domicile when placed in Leo, meaning that these 2 energies are incredibly happy to co-create and coexist with one another. The sun and Leo are perfectly aligned in their energies as both love to be in the spotlight, fully expressing their beingness. The sun is exalted when in Aries. Exaltation is a positive relationship, and it can be thought of as the highest expression of a planet's energy, whereas the domicile can be thought of as the most effective expression of a planet's energy. When the sun is in Aries, these 2 energies are fueling each other, and they are supercharged. The sun is detriment when placed in Aquarius. Now, a planet is detriment when it is placed in the sign directly opposite of its domicile placement. These energies are damaging to one another. Aquarius is very focused on the collective, and the sun is more focused on the individual self, so these 2 energies are constantly conflicting. This really leads the air to fan the flames too much and burn things down. The sun is at fall when placed in Libra, and a planet is in fall when it's placed in the sign directly opposite of its exalted sign. It is the hardest for a planet to express its energies when positioned here. This is Libra completely extinguishing the flames. And this may also be why Libra struggles so much with decision making. The sun fuels Libra the least with purpose out of all of the zodiacs. The sun is a malefic planet as it shows where sacrifices need to be made, but it's not as damaging as some of the other planets in this category. As I said, the energy of the sun seasons show up in our daily lives as the sun really isn't one to hide its light. The sun is the life giver of the solar system. Its energy is passionate, strong, and focused regardless of where it's placed. But it does find its most joy in the 1st, 6th, and 10th house. So this is the house of the self, the house of service, and the house of achievements. It's relatively easy to work with the energies of the sun as they're so prominent and readily available, but getting in touch with your sun sign and where it resides in the zodiac as well as the houses can really help give you some insight on your purpose going forward. This placement can be telling of your fate, so if you're feeling a little lost or misguided, look to your sun sign for tips and clues on where to go next, and remember to always follow your highest joy. That's all I have for this one. Thank you so much for joining me, and make sure to like and subscribe so you can keep your third eye in the sky and catch the rest of the series. Blessed be.